if that has success, after they do Miles' next game on PS5 for Spider-Man, will after they put out Wolverine and they do these other video games, Insomniac, do they bring out a Daredevil game?
Dude, a Daredevil game is needed.
Will Insomniac take that and kind of so if Daredevil Born Again really kind of takes off and it really hits some popularity, and Spider-Man a team up with them really, and it's a multi-million billion, maybe it's 100 million in sales first weekend. Maybe Insomniac notices and goes, "Hey guys, this should be pretty easy to still have the streets of New York, same kind of plan like what we've talked about with Spider-Man. You could do with Venom, and do that. I mean, make little things different, storyline
Well, for
stuff
sure.
like that."
I guess instead of getting another Miles game, it's going to be a Venom game,
Okay.
and then we're going to get the Wolverine game. And if all those leaks are to go by, unless things shuffle around after Wolverine, the games that they're going to be making, they're going to be busy for a while. So, I mean, I would love to see them do Daredevil because
And a Spider-Man game, but making it kind of where they did it like with Venom, where you get to play as Daredevil.
Yeah,
for a
I
minute.
think they can nail Daredevil with the acrobatics and stuff,
Easily.
and
Easily.
you can help him. I would like a Daredevil game that's like that, but maybe not as open as Spider-Man.
Maybe
I would like it more grounded, a little bit more closer to the street level.
Open world.
Not it
Too
could be open world, but
Spider-Man because you can fly and travel.
yeah,
and stuff
it could
where
be
you
open world. I don't mind that, but a little bit less open, like more along the lines of those Batman Arkham City or Arkham Knight, like a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So the streets are a little bit more packed. There's a little bit more detail in the detective work because that's what Daredevil is. He's gonna be. He's gonna feel more like.
He's a law degree. He's
gonna feel like Batman.
Yes.
He should feel more like Batman, even though he could swing and do the acrobatics and stuff. He's not like Spider-Man.
No, he wasn't.
He needs to be. He needs to be in the night. You know, we need to see the detective work in the night. We need to see the beatings to get information on Fisk. You know what I mean?
And then you got to do the due diligence during the daytime. Like, there's got to be clear differences. So, like the storyline and the way that the storyline works out, your hand has got to be more forced when it's day, night. Your story, it's not you can't have so many side missions as Spider-Man with the Daredevil game just because him being blind in that aspect of it.
It needs to be a little bit more dark and a little bit more grounded than the Spider-Man games.
Yes.
And we need to see murder. Like, it could be rated T. We don't need a gory mess.
It could be but Wolverine. You think Wolverine's not going to be seen?
Wolverine's going to be a bloody mess, man.
And so you're going to tell me that they're going to do it with Daredevil?
I would love it. I'm just saying they don't need to. But
brutal beatings to get information. Get out of here. What if you introduce Punisher, who's just a vigilante, killing pedophiles,
that's true.
Killing murderers, killing robbers, and people who maybe T-boned an old lady and killed her? Like,
yeah.
You're gonna tell
we gotta see that.
It's
gotta be team. The rain needs to be coming down. In the dark alleys. Muggings in the dark alleys. You need to stop the mugging like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And everything having that white and black sonar type of look.
Yeah.
Like
you can throw the baton and it bounces off in the alley.
And he comes back and catches it.
That'd be awesome.
And you can see it, like say you're fighting somebody, you throw the baton and you go, and you can still see it bouncing around, like seeing little things.
Yeah, and the hand-to-hand combat needs to feel a little bit closer to Batman instead of the jumping around. I mean, jumping around, jumping over their shoulder or whatever, but it needs to be more like...
It's not going to be techie. It won't be techie. It's going to be brutality. It's going to be
It's got to be more brutal, a little bit more heavy, just a little heavier, you know what I mean?
Yes.
High kicks to the face, knockouts, you know what I mean?
Dude. The game,
even though Spider-Man, it feels good, and some of the finishers are brutal. It's like, oh dang, especially Spider-Man is so strong, but it just needs to feel different with Daredevil.
Yes,
he's whipping someone across the face with a baton. You know what I mean?
He's got to have some finishes in there, like
breaking kneecaps. Brutal. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
side kicks to the back of the knee. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And put him down and hit him across the face with the baton.
Oh, dude. Have it show like
knockout,
teeth, like bam. Boom. Have it like show like the jaw being broke. Having like have like that brutality aspect, like Mortal Kombat, where it shows like just maybe on a finishing move. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, and then of course the villains in the game, they got to be Bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, one of those cats just.
Yep.
Man.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But Bullseye, Fisk, you can even throw Punisher in the game.
Yes.
What about Luke Cage and Iron Fist? Just have them. Hey, you
Jessica
want to
Jones?
Why not? Hey, got a lead on this, whatever. You know what I mean?
You have Foggy. You have all that. You have their
You can do the personal life.
Yes.
Even though I feel like a game like that, the Daredevil stuff should be kept in the night, and then when it's during the day, you could do a little bit of the lawyer stuff.
But I feel like you got to tie it so it can't. So I got to the lawyer aspect in a game like that. It has to be information based. It has to be easy to where you consume information to where you're learning about what you're doing at nighttime.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be your information consumption to make sense of what and how to start creating these like thoughts in your mind. Like, oh, is it this happening? Is it that? Like, and like you start. There's a lot of cool ways you could do it.
Building clues, building a case in a way.
Exactly.
Because you're going to catch them out on the street and put them on trial.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some cool stuff I feel like the gameplay could be like, remember from the first Spider-Man game with the lab stuff, the gameplay with that, how it's taking a break from the open world, but it's more
information consumption.
Yeah,
like
you
start learning about you start understanding Spider-Man that you are now helping Doc Ock.
Yeah. And you gain more skill points that way. But with the Daredevil game, it's you're solving a crime. You're gaining information in a different way. While you're gaining information at night with brutal tactics, you're getting information during the day with a more sophisticated,
upscale, maybe not as upscale, but
because you still have other clients,
respectable way,
and you still have other clients, and maybe one client that you're taking on. Somehow that crime links to what's
going on over here, and so maybe it's like drugs, and now drugs. Then you learn that Wilson Fisk is pushing drugs. Yes,
it could be a cross between a brutal action and crime detective game.
See, this is honestly, we used to do this stuff when we worked together at Western Windows. Think about that. We used to have these conversations. We used to talk about the Spider-Man movies. They should do this. They should do that. We could sit here. I wish sometimes I could be like, you know what? I want to be able to go to school and learn how to design a video game. You know how cool that would be? Like those people,
or at least be like up there to be like an advisor, a screenwriter, producer, or whatever.
How do you
would call those
places,
things?
Though?
I know.
I feel like I'm sorry, and maybe it's just me being biased and just like bouncing ideas off each other. Like I wish that would be like a dream job for you and I to be able to work at like maybe say in somewhere like that. And just be able to bounce ideas.
Not really be involved in like the actual building,
exactly.
We're writing
writing the storyline, so it'd be fun.
And how we envision the game to be. A visionary.
Yes, a visionary of the game. Yes. That would be so good. That would be epic. And like, hey, we're gonna pay $10,000 on royalties. 10K. Okay, I'll take 10K. That's fine.
Sure.
Then I could go out and
hit us up.
I'd be able to brag.
Don't forget about us.
Check it out.
We'll gladly take 10 G's. We don't need to be millionaires, even though I'd love to be.
I'd rather be a millionaire, but I'm just saying to be able to say, I helped create that game.
Yeah,
that was my idea. I could be that old guy at a pub that Sonya's talking about. Back in the day, I helped design that game.
Yeah. But that would be dope. That's a great idea. Another game that we're missing out on.
It's a legacy.
Daredevil. Also, okay, we're getting a Wolverine game. We need a Hulk game. Just smashing, through.
Yeah.
The Hulk game that I have on the PS2, dude, must play. I gotta let you borrow it, man. It's a must play.
I got my PS2 over there.
Awesome. I still haven't went back and beat it, but
okay. So here's my ideal Hulk game at that point, storyline wise. So, say you're starting off with Bruce Banner and you get introduced into the Gamma, but you don't. Obviously, you're smashing the hell out of stuff in buildings, and you're just creating chaos, and you're trying to control it, and like how the storyline usually goes. But I think in that game, you got to work towards becoming Smart Hulk almost at that point.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think I don't see it being a trilogy game. It's not so much like Spider-Man.
It just needs to be a one-off.
A one-off game with a cool story, kind of maybe 48 hours maybe of gameplay, but like there's more sciencey stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out, become an interlink Banner with Hulk because
that'd be cool.
You can't control it.
The PS2 game, it's more classical. It's actually kind of an open world game.
Yeah, like that Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah, and you just cause havoc, smash. You can pick up people, flick them, and throw them, and
so that's
there's Hulk Busters in that game that you fight.
Really?
Yeah, there's Hulk Busters. It's awesome.
I'm so glad we at least got that.
But it has the villains, of course, is just classic Abomination stuff like that. So,
do you see Red Hulk in it?
I don't know yet. I still got to go back and play it more, but because I could never get that far and. I think now when I was replaying it, it's the farthest I've ever gotten. It was hard for me as a kid. I don't know why.